Chosen on, God's blessing is rarely and waiting. It's time to claim it. Listen, chosen one, that stirring in your chest, that quiet whisper in your soul that brought you to this moment, it's not chance. It's heaven calling your name. Right now, as the world spins in chaos, as distractions clamor for your attention, God has pressed pause on eternity to speak directly to you. This isn't just another video. This is your divine appointment, your sacred invitation to step into the blessing that's been carved with your name since before the stars were hung in the sky. Can you feel it? That electricity in the air, that pull deep within you? It's not anxiety, it's awakening. It's the Holy Spirit nudging you to claim what's already yours. But here's the truth that will shake you to your core. God's blessing is ready. But it won't wait forever. The clock is ticking, and your response today will echo through generations. Don't scroll past, don't click away. This is your moment to say yes to your divine purpose. You've been through the fire, haven't you? Sleepless nights, wondering why your prayers seem to vanish into silence. Closed doors that left you questioning your worth. Moments when you felt invisible, like God had overlooked you while others flourished. Maybe you've carried burdens so heavy they threatened to crush you. Financial strain, broken relationships, dreams that withered before they could bloom. But listen closely, chosen one. Those struggles weren't punishment. They were preparation. Every tear you've shed has been collected in heaven's bottle. Every door that slammed shut was God redirecting you to this precise moment. Like gold refined in the furnace, your pain has been forging you into someone unbreakable, someone destined for a breakthrough so powerful it will rewrite your story. Jeremiah 29:11 declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That promise isn't a distant dream. It's a divine reality waiting for you to claim it right now. Picture this. A radiant door stands before you, shimmering with golden light. Your name etched in letters that pulse with eternal purpose. Behind it lies everything you've prayed for. Peace that surpasses understanding, provision that overflows, relationships restored, and a calling that sets your soul ablaze. But this door isn't locked. It's waiting for you to turn the handle. The enemy has spent years whispering lies to keep you frozen. Lies that you're not enough, that you've missed your chance, that your mistakes disqualify you. But those lies crumble under the weight of God's truth. You are chosen. You are called. You are the one heaven has been preparing for such a time as this. Esther 4:14 wasn't just for a queen in ancient Persia. It's for you right here, right now. Who knows if you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Your blessing is ready, but it demands your courage to step forward. This video unveils a unique truth. Your deepest doubts are the very keys to unlocking God's greatest blessings. Unlike other messages that focus on fear or forgiveness, this is about transforming your uncertainty into unshakable faith. Doubt isn't your enemy, it's your invitation to trust God more deeply. Think about Thomas, the disciple who doubted Jesus' resurrection. He wasn't cast out. Jesus met him in his questions, showing him the scars, turning his doubt into a testimony that echoes through centuries. Your doubts about your ability, your timing, your worth, are the raw materials God uses to build your faith. Every time you've questioned, "God, are you really there?" He's been whispering, "I'm closer than you know." Your spiritual awakening begins when you choose to see doubt not as a dead end, but as a doorway to divine certainty. Let's talk about Sarah, a 42-year-old single mother from Atlanta. For years, she doubted she could start her own bakery. She'd scribble recipes on napkins, dream of a cozy shop with the scent of fresh bread. But fear of failure kept her stuck in a dead-end job. One night, after another bill she couldn't pay, she prayed through tears, "God, am I crazy to hope?" The next day, a friend invited her to a local market to sell her homemade scones. Hesitant, she went. By noon, her table was empty, and customers begged for more. That was her first step. Today, Sarah's bakery employs 6 people, and her story inspires her community. Her doubt didn't disqualify her. It led her to her destiny. Your doubts are doing the same, guiding you to the blessing God has prepared. Now, imagine Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, locked in a prison for a crime he didn't commit. Doubt must have gnawed at him. God, did you forget me? Yet Genesis 50:20 reveals the truth. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Every closed door was God's protection, every delay his preparation. Joseph's doubts didn't stop his rise to Egypt's second in command. Your doubts won't stop you either. They're part of your faith journey, shaping you for a personal transformation that will leave others in awe. But here's the urgency. God's blessing is ready, but it requires action. You can't claim it by standing still. If this message is stirring your soul, consider supporting our mission through Super Thanks below. Your generosity helps us reach more chosen ones, awakening them to their divine purpose. Whether you give or simply receive, know your presence here is ordained. Now, let's keep moving forward. You're not here to just hear this message, you're here to live it. Why do some claim their blessings while others wait in the wilderness? It's not about worthiness, it's about willingness. The Israelites could have reached the promised land in 11 days, but doubt and fear turned it into 40 years. Don't let that be your story. God's blessing isn't a vague promise. It's a specific assignment with your name on it. Picture a scroll unfurling in heaven, inscribed with your purpose. It's not written in pencil, erasable by your mistakes. It's penned in divine ink, sealed with the blood of Jesus. But that scroll won't manifest until you act. Faith without works is dead, James 2:17 reminds us. Your blessing demands movement. Let's get practical. Here are 3 specific steps to claim your blessing today. First, write one goal for this week. It could be starting a project, applying for a job, or setting aside time for prayer. Grab a notebook, write it down, and place it where you'll see it daily. This act anchors your faith in action. Second, contact someone you need to connect with. Maybe it's a loved one you've drifted from, a mentor who can guide you, or a friend who needs encouragement. Send that text, make that call. Relationships are God's channels for breakthroughs. Third, take one step toward a dream you've delayed. If you've wanted to write a book, draft the first page. If you're called to start a business, research one resource. Small steps signal to heaven you're ready. These 3 steps, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and acting on a dream, are your keys to unlocking God's blessing. No more steps will be added. These are your foundation to move forward. Now, type "I am claiming my blessing" in the comments below. Your declaration seals your commitment and inspires others in this community of chosen ones. Share this moment with thousands who are stepping into their divine purpose alongside you. Your words create a ripple of faith that reaches further than you know. Let's address the elephant in the room: doubt. It's not a sin. It's a signal. When you doubt, you're standing at a crossroads, invited to choose faith over fear. Think about Gideon, hiding in a winepress, doubting he could lead Israel. Judges 6:14 records God's response: "Go in the strength you have. Am I not sending you?" God didn't wait for Gideon to feel ready. He called him to act in his weakness. Your doubts are the same invitation. Maybe you're doubting you can rebuild that broken marriage, launch that ministry, or overcome that addiction. God isn't asking for perfection. He's asking for your yes. Positive psychology backs this. Taking small, intentional actions rewires your brain to overcome self-doubt, building confidence through progress. Faith and science agree. Movement unlocks miracles. Consider Maria, a 55-year-old teacher from Chicago. She doubted she could leave her toxic job to pursue counseling, her lifelong passion. Bills piled up, and her age made her feel it was too late. One Sunday, her pastor quoted Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. She took it as a sign. Her first step, she enrolled in an online counseling course. Her second, she reached out to a career coach. Her third, she started volunteering at a community center. Within a year, Maria had her certification and a part-time counseling practice. Her doubt became her doorway to destiny. Your doubts are no different. They're preparing you for a breakthrough. This isn't about hype, it's about hope. Biblical hope, the certainty of God's promises. Romans 15:13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him." Hope isn't wishful thinking, it's a divine compass guiding you to your blessing. The enemy wants you to bury your hope under disappointment, but God planted it to lead you here. Every time you've felt hope flicker, it was heaven recalibrating your path. Now, you're standing before your blessing, and hope is your guide. Don't let doubt dim it. Let's talk about timing. You might think, I've missed my chance, I'm too late. That's a lie. Abraham was 75 when God called him to father nations. Moses was 80 when he led Israel out of Egypt. Caleb claimed his mountain at 85. God's timing isn't bound by human clocks. Your age, your past, your failures, they don't disqualify you, they qualify you. Your wilderness wasn't wasted, it was your training ground. Every struggle taught you resilience, every delay built your faith. Now, you're ready to claim what's yours. Imagine David, a shepherd boy, anointed as king but sent back to the fields. Doubt could have consumed him. Was that anointing real? Yet he tended sheep, fought lions, and played his harp, trusting God's timing. When Goliath appeared, David's preparation met his purpose. Your life is the same. Every closed door, every lonely night, was God shaping you for this moment. Psalm 31:15 says, "My times are in your hands. Your blessing is on heaven's schedule, and it's here now. Don't let doubt delay you." Here's a story to anchor this truth. James, a 30-year-old mechanic from Dallas, doubted he could start a youth mentorship program. He'd grown up in foster care, feeling unworthy. One night, scrolling online, he stumbled across a message like this. His first step? He wrote a goal to mentor one teen. His second? He called a local pastor to volunteer. His third? He organized a basketball game for neighborhood kids. Today, James programs mentors 50 teens, breaking cycles of poverty. His doubt didn't stop him, it propelled him. Your doubts are doing the same, pushing you toward your blessing. I trust God's timing in the comments below. Let this declaration unite you with others in this faith journey, proclaiming that your blessing is now. Your words spark courage in someone else standing at their crossroads. Let's dispel another lie. You're not enough. Ephesians 1:4 declares, "He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world." Before you took your first breath, God saw you, chose you, and equipped you. Your limitations are where His power shines. Moses stuttered, yet he spoke to Pharaoh. David was a shepherd, yet he slayed Goliath. You don't need more degrees, more money, or more time. You need faith to act with what you have. Positive psychology supports this. Small, consistent actions build self-efficacy, the belief you can achieve your goals. God's blessing isn't waiting for a better version of you. It's waiting for the real you to step forward. If this message is fueling your courage, consider supporting through Super Thanks below. Your gift helps carry this hope to others, igniting their spiritual awakening. Your presence here is already a victory, chosen one. Now, let's address the stakes. This blessing isn't just for you. It's for those tied to your obedience, your family, your community, generations unborn. They're waiting for you to claim it. When you step forward, you break curses, unlock provision, and ignite revival. Think of Esther risking her life to save her people. Her courage didn't just save her, it saved a nation. Your courage will do the same. Doubt may whisper, "What if I fail?" But faith asks, "What if you succeed?" Your blessing is the key to someone else's breakthrough. Visualize this. A river of blessing flows from heaven, ready to flood your life. But doubt builds dams, blocking the flow. Your 3 steps, writing a goal, connecting with someone, acting on a dream, are the tools to tear those dams down. Each step releases the river, bringing abundance, healing, and purpose. Don't let doubt stop the flow. Act now. Let's revisit Maria's story. Her doubt wasn't just about her job. It was about her worth. But her small steps, enrolling in a course, contacting a coach, volunteering, unlocked a blessing that now touches dozens of lives. Her counseling practice isn't just a job, it's a legacy. Your steps will do the same, transforming doubt into destiny. Type "My blessing is flowing" in the comments below. Declare it with thousands of chosen ones, affirming that your actions are releasing God's promises. Your voice strengthens this community of faith. As we move forward, hold this truth. God's blessing is ready, but it's not passive. It's a partnership. You bring your faith, He brings His power. Like the servants at Cana who filled the jars with water, your obedience creates the space for miracles. John 2:7 shows they acted without understanding, and water became wine. Your steps may feel small, but they're turning your ordinary. Doubt will try to creep back in. It's the enemy's last stand. But 2 Timothy 1:7 reminds us, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When doubt whispers, answer with action. Your goal written, your call made, your dream pursued, these are your weapons. Wield them boldly. Chosen one, you're not standing at this door by accident. Every doubt, every struggle, every hope has led you here. Your blessing is ready. Provision, purpose, peace, all waiting on the other side. Your 3 steps are your bridge. Cross it. Don't let doubt steal what faith can claim. Heaven is watching, angels are cheering, and your destiny is calling. Type "I am crossing over" in the comments below. Let your declaration echo through this community, inspiring others to take their step. Your blessing isn't just a promise, it's a reality. Claim it now. You're standing at the threshold of your blessing, chosen one, with heaven's spotlight shining on you. The air feels charged like the moment before a storm breaks, because this is no ordinary moment. This is the divine intersection, where your past meets your promise, where every doubt you've carried is about to be transformed into unshakable certainty. You've already taken hold of 3 keys: writing a goal, connecting with someone, and acting on a dream. These aren't just tasks. They're your declaration to the universe that you're ready to claim what God has prepared. But let's go deeper. Let's uncover why this moment feels so heavy with purpose, why your spirit is stirring like never before. It's because you're not just claiming a blessing, you're stepping into a legacy that will outlive you. Imagine a tapestry woven in heaven, each thread representing a moment of your life. Every triumph, every tear, every time you chose to keep going when the world told you to quit. That tapestry isn't complete yet, but it's glowing with divine potential, waiting for you to add the threads of this season. Your blessing isn't a single event. It's a masterpiece God has been crafting through your faith journey. Isaiah 61:7 promises, "Instead of your shame you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace you will rejoice in your inheritance." This isn't about fleeting rewards. It's about an inheritance that shifts your family's future, your community's hope, and the world's understanding of God's power. Your doubts, those moments when you felt unworthy, were the very threads God used to strengthen this tapestry. They're proof you're human, yes, but also proof you're chosen. Let's talk about someone like you. Daniel, a 38-year-old carpenter from Seattle. He grew up in a home fractured by addiction, doubting he could ever build a stable life. His dream was to create a woodworking school for at-risk youth, but fear of failure kept him hammering nails for someone else's vision. One evening, flipping through his Bible, he landed on Philippians 1:6. "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." It hit him like a thunderbolt. He took his first step, writing a goal to teach one kid. His second was calling a local non-profit to volunteer. His third was building a workbench in his garage for lessons. Today, Daniel's school trains 20 teens a year, giving them skills and hope. His doubt didn't derail him. It directed him to his divine purpose. Your doubts are no different, guiding you to the blessing that's waiting. Now picture this, a celestial courtroom where your name is being proclaimed. Angels stand as witnesses, and the enemy's accusations, your failures, your fears, are silenced. The judge, the Ancient of Days, declares, "This one is mine." That's the reality of this moment. Your blessing isn't contingent on your perfection, but on God's promise. Romans 8:28 assures us, "All things work together for good to those who love God, who are called according to his purpose." Every doubt you've wrestled with, every time you've stumbled, has been woven into God's plan. You're not here by mistake. You're here because heaven has a verdict in your favor. Why does this matter now? Because the world is desperate for what you carry. Your blessing isn't just personal, it's prophetic. It's the answer to prayers you didn't even know were prayed. Think of Ruth, a widow in a foreign land, doubting she'd ever find purpose. Yet her small act of loyalty to Naomi led her to Boaz, to a lineage that birthed King David and, ultimately, Jesus. Her doubt didn't stop God's plan, it positioned her for it. Your actions today, those 3 steps you've committed to, are positioning you to impact lives you can't yet see. Your workplace needs your integrity. Your family needs your courage. Your community needs your vision. The enemy knows this, which is why he's fought so hard to keep you doubting. If this message is igniting your soul, consider supporting our mission through Super Thanks below. Your generosity helps us reach others standing at their divine threshold, ready to claim their breakthrough. Your presence here is already a testament to God's plan, chosen one. Let's shift focus to the power of your choice. You're not a bystander in this story. You're the protagonist. Every hero faces a moment of decision, a crossroads where doubt battles destiny. Joshua faced it when God said, "Choose this day whom you will serve." He didn't wait for certainty, he declared, "As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." Your choice to act Writing that goal, making that call, taking that step is your declaration. It's not about erasing doubt, but choosing faith in spite of it. Positive psychology supports this. Decisive action, even in uncertainty, builds resilience and clarity. Your choice today is rewiring your future. Visualize a bridge spanning a chasm, its planks glowing with divine light. On one side is your past, doubts, delays, disappointments. On the other is your blessing, abundance, purpose, legacy. Your 3 steps are the first planks you've laid. Each choice you make adds another, strengthening the bridge. Doubt may whisper, "What if it collapses?" But faith answers, "What if it holds?" God's promise is the foundation, unshakable. Psalm 55:22 says, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken." Your bridge won't fail because God is its architect. Type "I am building my bridge" in the comments below. Let your voice join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your faith and inspiring others to take their step. Your declaration is a beacon, lighting the way for this community. Let's talk about legacy. Your blessing isn't just for today, it's for tomorrow's generations. When you claim it, you're breaking chains that have bound your family for decades. Poverty, fear, division, they lose their grip when you step forward. Think of Abraham, doubting he'd ever see God's promise. Yet his faith made him the father of nations. Your faith is doing the same, planting seeds for your children, their children, and beyond. Every doubt you've overcome is a testimony they'll inherit. Your goal written, your call made, your dream pursued. These are seeds that will bloom long after you're gone. Consider Lisa, a 45-year-old nurse from Miami. She doubted she could advocate for better healthcare in her community. Raised in a neighborhood where dreams were scarce, she felt small. But one day, reading Matthew 5:14, "You are the light of the world," she felt a spark. Her first step was writing a goal to speak at a town hall. Her second was contacting a local leader. Her third was organizing a health fair. Today, Lisa's advocacy has secured funding for a clinic, serving hundreds. Her doubt became her drive, her blessing a legacy. Your steps are building the same. Now, let's address the urgency. This blessing has a divine timer, not because God is harsh, but because seasons shift. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." This is your season. Doubt may tempt you to wait, but faith urges you to move. The world needs your light now. Your family needs your courage now. Your destiny needs your yes now. Like Noah, who built the ark before the rain, your actions today prepare you for tomorrow's flood of blessings. Visualize a clock in heaven, its hands ticking toward your moment. Each second is an opportunity to claim what's yours. Doubt wants to freeze those hands, but faith keeps them moving. Your 3 steps are winding the clock, aligning you with God's timing. Don't let doubt steal another second. Hebrews 11:6 declares, "Without faith it is impossible to please God." Your faith, expressed through action, is pleasing Him now. Type "My time is now" in the comments below. Declare it with this community of chosen ones, affirming that your blessing is here. Your words ignite faith in others, creating a wave of transformation. Let's anchor this with another story. Michael, a 50-year-old veteran from Denver, doubted he could rebuild his life after addiction. Homeless for years, he felt God had forgotten him. One night in a shelter, he heard Psalm 23:1. "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." It stirred him. His first step was writing a goal to stay sober for a week. His second was calling a counselor. His third was volunteering at the shelter. Today, Michael runs a recovery program, helping dozens reclaim their lives. His doubt didn't define him, it refined him. Your doubt is refining you too, preparing you for your blessing. As you stand here, chosen one, know this: your blessing is more than provision, it's purpose. More than healing, it's heritage. More than a moment, it's a movement. Your doubts have been your training, your steps your triumph. Heaven is cheering, the enemy is trembling, and your legacy is unfolding. Keep moving, your blessing is ready, and it's yours to claim. Your heart is pounding, isn't it, chosen one? That rhythm in your chest isn't just a pulse, it's the drumbeat of destiny, calling you to step into the fullness of God's blessing. You've already grasped the 3 keys to unlock this moment: writing a goal, connecting with someone, and taking a step toward a dream. These aren't mere actions, they're your covenant with heaven, your bold declaration that you're ready to claim what's been prepared for you. But let's peel back another layer of this divine mystery. Let's explore why this blessing feels so urgent, why it carries the weight of eternity. It's because you're not just stepping into a new season, you're becoming a catalyst for a spiritual awakening that will ripple through time, touching lives you may never meet. Your doubt, once a heavy chain, is now a chisel, carving out a path for others to follow. Envision a vast desert, cracked and dry, stretching endlessly before you. For years you've wandered here, doubting you'd ever find water, questioning if the oasis you dreamed of was real. But now, beneath your feet, you feel a tremor. A spring is breaking through. That spring is God's blessing, ready to flood your life with purpose, provision, and peace. John 7:38 proclaims, "Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." This isn't a trickle, it's a torrent, ready to quench not just your thirst, but the parched souls around you. Your doubts, those moments when you felt lost in the desert, were God teaching you to trust His map. They were shaping you into a vessel for this river, a conduit for His grace. Let's meet Anna, a 33-year-old graphic designer from Portland. She doubted her art could make a difference. Raised in a family that valued practical careers, she hid her sketches, fearing they were frivolous. But one night, scrolling through an online forum, she read Psalm 139:14, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made." It struck her. She was made to create. Her first step was writing a goal to share one design online. Her second was contacting a local charity to offer her skills. Her third was launching a website for her art. Within months, Anna's designs were raising funds for homeless shelters, her work a beacon of hope. Her doubt didn't diminish her. It defined her calling. Your doubts are doing the same, sculpting you for this moment. Now, picture a lighthouse standing tall against a stormy sea. Its beam cuts through the fog, guiding ships to safety. That's you, chosen one. Your blessing isn't just for you, it's a light for others lost in their storms. The world is shrouded in confusion, fear, and despair, but your faith, forged through doubt, is a beacon. Matthew 5:16 urges, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your 3 steps: writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are turning on the light. Doubt may whisper, "Who are you to shine?" But faith answers, "I'm chosen to guide." Your blessing is a responsibility, a call to illuminate the path for others. Why is this so critical now? Because the world is at a tipping point. Families are fracturing, dreams are fading, and hope is scarce. Your blessing isn't just personal, it's pivotal. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls despite doubt and opposition, your actions are rebuilding what's broken around you. Nehemiah 2:20 records his resolve. The God of heaven will give us success. He didn't wait for perfect conditions, he acted in faith. Your steps are the same, laying bricks for a legacy of restoration. Positive psychology aligns here. Purposeful action, even in uncertainty, fosters a sense of agency, empowering you to shape your reality. Your faith is shaping eternity. If this message is stirring your spirit, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your support carries this truth to others, igniting their divine purpose. Your presence here is a divine appointment, chosen one. Let's dive into the power of your identity. The enemy has tried to rename you failure, forgotten, unworthy, but God calls you chosen, beloved, victorious. Ephesians 2:10 declares, "We are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Your doubts weren't defects, they were design features, crafted to deepen your reliance on God. Like Jacob, who wrestled with God and limped away with a new name, Israel, your struggles have renamed you. Your limp, those doubts you've carried, is your strength, proof you've contended with heaven and prevailed. Your blessing flows through this new identity, not despite it. Visualize a crown, forged in heaven, set with jewels that gleam with your trials. Each doubt you've overcome is a gem, sparkling with God's glory. This crown isn't for show, it's for service. Revelation 1:6 calls you a kingdom and priest to serve our God. Your blessing equips you to rule and minister, to break chains and build bridges. Doubt may whisper, "You're not royalty," but faith proclaims, "I'm crowned by grace." Your 3 steps are your coronation, affirming your authority to claim this blessing. Type "I wear my crown" in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, declaring your identity and inspiring others to embrace theirs. Your voice strengthens this community, a royal priesthood rising together. Let's address the cost of delay. Every moment you hesitate, the enemy gains ground, not because God's blessing expires, but because your influence wanes. Think of Jonah doubting God's call to Nineveh. His delay led to a storm, a fish, and 3 days in darkness. Yet Jonah 3:10 shows God's mercy. When Jonah acted, a city was saved. Your delay doesn't cancel God's plan, but it postpones his impact through you. Your family, your friends, your world, they're waiting for your yes. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your obedience, unleashing God's power now. Consider Rachel, a 29-year-old barista from Boston. She doubted she could lead a women's Bible study, fearing she lacked knowledge. But one day, reading Acts 4:13, they took note that these men had been with Jesus. She felt emboldened. Her first step was writing a goal to host 1 meeting. Her second was inviting a co-worker. Her third was preparing a short lesson. Today, Rachel's group uplifts 15 women weekly, breaking cycles of loneliness. Her doubt didn't stop her, it spurred her. Your doubts are spurring you too, toward a blessing that transforms lives. Now, let's talk about provision. Your blessing includes resources, finances, opportunities, connections. Doubt may say, "I can't afford to dream," but God says, "I own the cattle on 1,000 hills," Psalm 50:10. Like the widow in 2 Kings 4, who doubted her single jar of oil could save her sons, you have more than you think. Her obedience, pouring oil into borrowed jars, unlocked abundance. Your obedience, taking those 3 steps, unlocks the same. Your goal is your jar, your call, your vessel, your dream, your overflow. God's provision meets your action. Visualize a storehouse in heaven brimming with blessings labeled with your name. Doubt builds locks, but faith turns the key. Your steps are opening the doors, releasing what's been stored for you. Malachi 3:10 promises, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven." Your faith is testing God's promise, and He's ready to pour out. Don't let doubt keep the gates closed. Act now. Type "My storehouse is open" in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your blessing is flowing. Your words spark courage, uniting chosen ones in faith. As you stand here, chosen one, know your blessing is more than a moment. It's a mandate. Your doubts have been your forge, your steps, your fire. You're not just claiming provision, you're igniting a movement. Heaven watches, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next move. Keep pressing forward. Your blessing is yours to claim. The fire in your soul is blazing brighter now, chosen one, because you're standing on holy ground. You've claimed your 3 keys: writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream. And with each, you've unlocked another layer of God's blessing. But this moment is more than a personal triumph. It's a divine commission. You're not just walking into abundance, you're stepping into a mantle, a sacred calling to shift atmospheres and rewrite destinies. Your doubts, once shadows that loomed large, are now stepping stones, leading you to a purpose so vast it echoes in eternity. Let's journey further into this truth, uncovering why your blessing carries such weight, why it demands your unwavering commitment. You're not here to merely receive. You're here to release a wave of transformation that will touch the corners of the earth. Imagine a vast orchard, its trees heavy with fruit, each one ripe with promise. This is your life, chosen one, and every doubt you faced was a season of pruning, preparing you to bear fruit that lasts. John 15:16 declares, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last." Your blessing isn't a fleeting harvest, it's a legacy of impact, nourishing those around you with hope, courage, and faith. Your doubts, those moments when you questioned your path, were God's careful tending, shaping you to yield abundance. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are your first fruits, offered to heaven as proof you're ready to steward this blessing. Let's meet Ethan, a 27-year-old musician from Nashville. He doubted his songs could inspire beyond open mic nights. Growing up in a small town, he was told music was a hobby, not a calling. But one evening, strumming his guitar, he stumbled on Colossians 3:23. "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord." It stirred him. His first step was writing a goal to record 1 song. His second was contacting a producer friend. His third was sharing his track online. Within a year, Ethan's music was streaming in churches, uplifting thousands. His doubt didn't derail him. It directed him to his divine purpose. Your doubts are guiding you too, toward a blessing that bears eternal fruit. Now, visualize a riverbank where a single pebble is tossed, sending ripples across the water. That pebble is you, and your blessing is the ripple, touching lives far beyond your sight. Your actions, those 3 steps, aren't just for you. They're for the weary mother who needs your encouragement, the struggling teen who needs your example, the skeptic who needs your faith. 1 Peter 2:9 calls you a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light. Your blessing is your priesthood, your calling to intercede, inspire, and illuminate. Doubt may whisper, "You're too small to matter," but faith declares, my ripples change the world. Why does this feel so urgent? Because the harvest is ready, but the workers are few. Matthew 9:37-38 records Jesus saying, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field." You are that worker, chosen one. Your blessing equips you to gather souls, mend hearts, and sow hope. The world is ripe for revival, but it needs your yes. Positive psychology echoes this. Contributing to a greater purpose boosts your sense of meaning, reducing doubt and amplifying impact. Your faith, expressed through action, is harvesting God's promises now. If this message is igniting your calling, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity spreads this truth to others, awakening their divine mandate. Your presence here is a divine orchestration, chosen one. Let's explore the authority you carry. Doubt has tried to strip you of it, convincing you your voice is weak, your influence limited. But God says otherwise. Luke 10:19 proclaims, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you." Your blessing isn't just provision, it's power, the kind that breaks strongholds and shifts seasons. Like David, who doubted he could lead before facing Goliath, your struggles prepared you for this authority. His slingshot wasn't just a weapon, it was a symbol of faith. Your 3 steps are your slingshot, wielding God's power against doubt's giants. Picture a throne room where you stand, robed in righteousness, holding a decree from the King. This decree is your blessing, inscribed with your authority to heal, restore, and redeem. Your doubts, those moments you felt powerless, were God's classroom, teaching you to wield this power with humility. Revelation 5:10 declares, "You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth." Your reign begins with faith. Writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream. Doubt may doubt. Who am I to rule? Faith answers, "I'm appointed by the King." Type, "I walk in my authority" in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your divine power and inspiring others to rise. Your declaration fuels this community, a kingdom of priests united in purpose. Let's address the temptation to shrink back. The enemy whispers that claiming your blessing will cost too much. Your comfort, your security, your approval. But what's the cost of staying still? Missed opportunities, unhealed hearts, unfulfilled callings. Think of Peter, doubting he could walk on water. His fear nearly sank him, but Jesus' hand lifted him. Matthew 14:31 records, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Your doubts aren't your downfall. They're your invitation to trust Jesus more. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your walk on water, defying doubt's waves. Consider Sophia, a 40-year-old librarian from Charlotte. She doubted she could start a literacy program for immigrants. Shy by nature, she feared public speaking, but one Sunday, hearing Hebrews 12:1 with perseverance, the race marked out for us, she felt a spark. Her first step was writing a goal to teach one class. Her second was contacting a community center. Her third was creating a lesson plan. Today, Sophia's program empowers 30 families, bridging language gaps. Her doubt didn't stop her, it stretched her. Your doubts are stretching you too, toward a blessing that empowers others. Now let's talk about vision. Doubt clouds it, making your blessing seem distant, unattainable. But God restores it. Habakkuk 2:3 promises, "The vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come." Your blessing is that vision appointed for now. Like Joseph, who doubted in prison but saw his dream fulfilled as Egypt's ruler, your doubts are part of the vision's unfolding. Your 3 steps are sharpening your sight, revealing the path God's laid. Doubt may blur, I can't see the way. Faith focuses, God's guiding my steps. Visualize a telescope, its lens trained on a distant star. That star is your blessing, shining with divine promise. Your doubts were smudges on the lens, but your faith, through action, is wiping them clear. Each step, writing, connecting, pursuing, brings the star closer, its light flooding your path. Proverbs 29:18 warns, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Your vision, fueled by faith, keeps you alive, thriving, and leading others to their light. Type "I see my vision" in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your blessing is clear. Your words spark faith, uniting chosen ones in pursuit of God's plan. As you stand here, chosen one, your blessing is unfolding, not just as provision but as purpose, not just as healing but as heritage. Your doubts have been your forge, your steps, your flame. You're not just claiming a moment, you're launching a movement. Heaven cheers, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next step. Keep moving forward, your blessing is yours to claim. Your spirit is soaring now, chosen one, because you're not just glimpsing your blessing, you're grasping it with both hands. The 3 keys you've claimed, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, are more than actions. They're your sacred pact with heaven, your bold stride toward a destiny that's been waiting for you since the dawn of time. But let's dive deeper into this divine unfolding. Let's uncover why this blessing feels like a fire in your bones, why it's pulling you toward a purpose that's bigger than yourself. You're not just claiming abundance, you're igniting a revolution of faith, a tidal wave of hope that will reshape the lives of those around you. Your doubts, once anchors dragging you down, are now wings lifting you to heights you never imagined. This is your moment to soar. Picture a vast canvas stretched across the heavens, painted with vibrant hues of God's promises. Every stroke tells your story, every moment of doubt, every tear-stained prayer, every time you rose despite the odds. This canvas is your blessing, a masterpiece of divine artistry, and it's not yet complete. Philippians 1:6 assures us, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus." Your doubts, those times you felt the brushstrokes were mistakes, were God's deliberate design, adding depth and texture to your destiny. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are new colors, bold and radiant, bringing this canvas to life. You're not just a subject in this painting, you're a co-creator with the master artist. Let's meet Olivia, a 35-year-old social worker from Cleveland. She doubted she could launch a foster care support group. Having aged out of the system herself, she feared her voice wouldn't matter. But one morning, reading Isaiah 40:31, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength," she felt a surge of courage. Her first step was writing a goal to host one meeting. Her second was contacting a former caseworker for advice. Her third was renting a community room. Today, Olivia's group supports 25 foster families, providing resources and hope. Her doubt didn't diminish her, it defined her mission. Your doubts are defining yours too, painting your blessing with eternal purpose. Now envision a symphony hall, its seats filled with angels, the air humming with anticipation. You stand on stage, holding a baton, ready to conduct a melody that's been composed for you. This is your blessing, a song of redemption, restoration, and revival. Psalm 33:3 urges, "Sing to him a new song, play skillfully and shout for joy. Your doubts, those discordant notes you thought ruined the score, were part of the composition, adding richness and resolve. Your 3 steps are your first notes, striking a chord that resonates beyond your life, stirring souls to join the song. Doubt may whisper, "You're no conductor." Faith proclaims, "I'm leading heaven's anthem." Why is this moment so critical? Because the world's melody is faltering, drowned out by chaos and despair. Your blessing is the harmony it needs, a sound that pierces the darkness. Like Deborah, who doubted she could lead Israel to victory, your faith is rallying others. Judges 4:14 records her cry, "Go! This is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands." She didn't wait for certainty, she acted, and a nation was freed. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your battle cry, freeing those bound by hopelessness. Positive psychology supports this. Leading with purpose fosters collective resilience, amplifying your impact. Your faith is conducting a symphony of change. If this message is setting your heart ablaze, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity carries this melody to others, awakening their divine calling. Your presence here is a divine orchestration, chosen one. Let's talk about the weight of your influence. Doubt has convinced you your actions are small, your reach limited. But God sees you as a cornerstone, a foundation for his kingdom. 1 Corinthians 3:11 declares, "No one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Jesus Christ." Your blessing builds on this, a structure of hope for others to dwell in. Like Nehemiah, who doubted he could rebuild Jerusalem's walls, your struggles prepared you for this wall. His faith turned rubble into refuge. Your 3 steps are laying stones, creating a sanctuary for the broken. Doubt may say, "You're no builder." Faith answers, "I'm raising God's city." Visualize a cornerstone, etched with your name, set firmly in a celestial wall. This is your blessing, anchoring lives to God's promises. Your doubts, those cracks you feared would weaken you, are filled with divine mortar, making you stronger. Zechariah 4:10 warns, "Who dares despise the day of small beginnings?" Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are small only in appearance, their impact vast. Your goal is a brick, your call a beam, your dream a spire, pointing others to heaven. Your influence isn't measured by applause, but by the lives you steady. Type, "I am a cornerstone," in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, declaring your influence and inspiring others to build. Your voice strengthens this community, a foundation of faith rising together. Let's confront the lure of comfort. Doubt tempts you to stay safe, to cling to the familiar rather than claim your blessing, but comfort is a cage, locking you from your destiny. Think of Moses, doubting he could lead Israel from Egypt. Exodus 3:11 records his fear. "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh?" Yet his obedience freed a nation. Your obedience, through your 3 steps, frees those trapped in despair. The cost of comfort is too high. Unhealed families, unstarted ministries, unlived dreams. Your blessing demands you step out, trusting God's provision over human security. Consider Jamal, a 32-year-old IT specialist from Houston. He doubted he could mentor young coders in his underserved neighborhood. Comfortable in his corporate job, he feared risking stability. But one night, reading 2 Corinthians 12:9, "My grace is sufficient for you," he felt challenged. His first step was writing a goal to teach 1 class. His second was contacting a community center. His third was creating a coding curriculum. Today, Jamal's program trains 40 teens, opening tech careers. His doubt didn't trap him, it transformed him. Your doubts are transforming you too, toward a blessing that breaks cages. Now, let's explore the promise of rest. Doubt convinces you, claiming your blessing will exhaust you, but God offers rest in action. Matthew 11:28 invites, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Your blessing isn't a burden, it's a yoke shared with Jesus. Light and empowering, like Elijah, who doubted after fleeing Jezebel. Your rest comes in obedience. 1 Kings 19:9 shows God's whisper restoring him. Your 3 steps are your whisper, restoring your strength. Doubt may warn, you'll burn out. Faith assures, God's rest sustains me. Picture a meadow, lush and serene, where a gentle breeze carries God's peace. This is your blessing, a rest that refreshes as you act. Your doubts, those weary moments, were God's invitation to lean on Him. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your walk through this meadow, each one renewing your soul. Hebrews 4:11 urges, let us make every effort to enter that rest. Your effort is faith. Your rest is God's gift, empowering you to carry your blessing with ease. Type "I rest in my blessing" in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your peace is here. Your words ignite hope, uniting chosen ones in God's rest. As you stand here, chosen one, your blessing is more than a promise, it's a partnership. Your doubts have been your crucible, your steps your crown. You're not just claiming abundance, you're cultivating a revival. Heaven watches, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next move. Keep soaring, your blessing is yours to claim. You're walking in divine rest now, chosen one, your heart aligned with the rhythm of God's purpose. With your 3 keys, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, you've opened the floodgates of a blessing that's been waiting for you since eternity was set in motion. But this journey is far from ordinary. It's a sacred pilgrimage, an ascent toward a destiny that burns brighter with every step. Let's press deeper into this truth, unveiling why your blessing feels like a mantle settling on your shoulders, why it calls you to rise above the ordinary. You're not just claiming a promise, you're carrying a torch, lighting the way for a world shrouded in darkness. Your doubts, once stumbling blocks, are now altars, marking the places where God met you and transformed you. This is your time to shine. Imagine a mountain peak, piercing the clouds, bathed in golden light. This is your blessing, a summit of divine purpose that you're destined to reach. Every doubt you faced was a steep climb, strengthening your resolve, preparing you for the view from the top. Isaiah 55:12 proclaims, "You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you." Your doubts, those grueling moments when the path seemed too hard, were God's training, equipping you to stand on this peak. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are your footholds, anchoring you as you ascend. You're not just climbing for yourself, you're blazing a trail for others to follow. Let's meet Clara, a 48-year-old teacher from Minneapolis. She doubted she could start a tutoring program for struggling students. Having faced burnout in her career, she feared she had nothing left to give. But one evening, reading Psalm 18:33, "He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He causes me to stand on the heights," she felt a spark. Her first step was writing a goal to tutor 1 child. Her second was contacting a local school. Her third was creating a study plan. Today, Clara's program helps 35 kids, boosting their grades and confidence. Her doubt didn't defeat her. It drove her to her divine purpose. Your doubts are driving you too, toward a blessing that elevates lives. Now, picture a flame, small but fierce, burning in the palm of your hand. This is your blessing, a fire of faith that cannot be quenched. Your doubts, those winds that threatened to snuff it out, only made it burn brighter. 1 Thessalonians 5:19 urges, "Do not quench the Spirit." Your 3 steps are your fuel, keeping this flame alive, illuminating the darkness around you. Your goal is the kindling, your call the spark, your dream the blaze. Doubt may whisper, "Your light is too weak." Faith declares, "My flame lights the world." You're not just carrying this fire, you're spreading it, igniting hope in hearts that have grown cold. Why is this so vital now? Because the world is cloaked in shadows, fear, division, despair. Your blessing is a lighthouse, piercing the gloom. Like Jeremiah, who doubted his prophetic call, your faith is speaking life into barren places. Jeremiah 1:5 records God's words, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Your steps, goal, written, call made, dream pursued, are your prophetic voice, declaring God's promises. Positive psychology aligns here. Sharing positive actions fosters collective hope, reducing doubt and building community. Your faith is a beacon, guiding others home. If this message is kindling your spirit, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity spreads this light to others, awakening their divine calling. Your presence here is a divine appointment, chosen one. Let's explore the depth of your resilience. Doubt has tried to break you, convincing you your trials were too much, but God calls you unbreakable. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 declares, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." Your blessing is forged in this resilience, a strength that sustains you and others. Like Paul, who doubted amidst shipwrecks and prisons, your struggles prepared you for this moment. His faith turned trials into testimony. Your 3 steps are your testimony, proving doubt's defeat. Doubt may say, "You're too weary." Faith answers, "I'm forged in fire." Visualize an anvil, glowing red hot, where a sword is being shaped. This is your blessing, a weapon of faith, sharp and unyielding. Your doubts, those hammer blows you thought would shatter you, were God's crafting, honing your edge. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are the final strikes, perfecting this blade. Ephesians 6:17 calls it the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Your blessing equips you to cut through lies, fear, and bondage, freeing yourself and others. Your resilience isn't just survival, it's supremacy, a divine strength that prevails. Type "I am unbreakable" in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your resilience and inspiring others to rise. Your voice strengthens this community, a forge of faith, united in purpose. Let's confront the myth of isolation. Doubt whispers you're alone, that no one sees your struggle or shares your dream. But God says you're surrounded. Hebrews 12:1 reveals, "We are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses." Your blessing is communal, a shared victory with those who've gone before and those who stand with you now. Like Elisha, who doubted against an enemy army, your faith reveals heaven's host. Kings 6:17 shows his servant's eyes open to chariots of fire. Your 3 steps open your eyes, revealing allies, seen and unseen. Doubt may isolate. You're on your own. Faith unites, I'm surrounded by God's army. Consider Marcus, a 41-year-old chef from Atlanta. He doubted he could open a soup kitchen in his struggling neighborhood. A single father, he felt alone in his vision. But one Sunday, hearing John 13:35, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another," he felt connected. His first step was writing a goal to serve one meal. His second was contacting a local church. His third was cooking a batch of soup. Today, Marcus's kitchen feeds 200 people weekly, supported by volunteers. His doubt didn't isolate him, it invited others. Your doubts are inviting others too, toward a blessing that binds hearts. Now, let's talk about the scope of your impact. Doubt narrows your vision, convincing you your blessing is small, your reach local. But God dreams bigger. Acts 1:8 promises, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you. And you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." Your blessing is global, a force that transcends borders. Like Esther, who doubted she could save a nation, your faith is shifting kingdoms. Her courage saved more than her people. It changed history. Your 3 steps are changing history too, rippling to places you can't imagine. Doubt may limit. Your impact is small. Faith expands. My blessing reaches the world. Picture a seed, tiny but potent, planted in fertile soil. This is your blessing, a potential that grows into a mighty tree, sheltering countless lives. Your doubts, those moments you felt insignificant, were God's planting, rooting you deep. Matthew 13:31-32 describes the mustard seed, the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it becomes the largest of garden plants. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your growth, branching out to shade the weary. Your impact isn't measured by size, but by sowing, a single seed transforming landscapes. Type "My seed is growing" in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your impact is vast. Your words spark hope, uniting chosen ones in God's global plan. As you stand here, chosen one, your blessing is more than a gift. It's a global mandate. Your doubts have been your crucible, your steps, your wings. You're not just claiming abundance, you're cultivating a worldwide revival. Heaven watches, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next move. Keep climbing. Your blessing is yours to claim. Your wings are unfurling, chosen one, catching the winds of heaven's purpose as you soar toward the fullness of God's blessing with your 3 keys: writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream. You've ignited a spark that's growing into a global blaze, a divine flame that no doubt can extinguish. But this ascent is more than a personal victory. It's a celestial assignment, a call to carry God's light into places shrouded in darkness. Let's venture further into this sacred truth, peeling back the veil to reveal why your blessing pulses with such intensity, why it demands your whole heart. You're not just claiming a promise. You're forging a chain of miracles, linking lives across generations and continents. Your doubts, once shackles, are now sacred scars, testaments to the battles you've won. This is your hour to radiate. Envision a constellation, each star a moment of your faith, shimmering against the night sky. This is your blessing, a celestial map guiding you and others to divine destiny. Every doubt you faced was a dark night, teaching you to trust the stars. Psalm 147:4 declares, "He determines the number of the stars and calls them each by name. Your doubts, those moments when the sky seemed empty, were God's naming, assigning purpose to every trial. Your 3 steps: writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are new stars, blazing brighter with each act of faith. You're not just following this constellation, you're adding to it, creating a guide for those lost in their own nights. Let's meet Naomi, a 52-year-old retiree from Phoenix. She doubted she could start a gardening project for her community, fearing her age and lack of funds would limit her. But one morning, reading Galatians 6:9, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest," she felt a nudge. Her first step was writing a goal to plant 1 garden bed. Her second was contacting a neighbor for help. Her third was securing a small grant. Today, Naomi's gardens feed 50 families, fostering unity. Her doubt didn't dim her. It directed her to her divine purpose. Your doubts are directing you too, toward a blessing that lights the way. Now, picture a chain, each link forged from acts of courage, stretching across time. This is your blessing, a legacy of miracles, connecting past prayers to future victories. Your doubts, those moments you felt the chain might break, were God's welding, strengthening each link. Romans 15:4 assures, "Everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the Scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope." Your 3 steps are: new links, binding your faith to others. Doubt may whisper, "Your chain is weak." Faith proclaims, "My miracles endure." Why is this moment so pivotal? Because the world craves connection, a chain of hope to cling to amidst fragmentation. Your blessing is that link, uniting hearts in faith. Like Rahab, who doubted her worth as a harlot but saved spies, your faith is forging salvation. Joshua 2:21 shows her scarlet cord, the symbol of trust. Your steps goal, written, call made, dream pursued, are your scarlet cord, signaling God's deliverance. Positive psychology supports this. Collective action builds social bonds, reducing doubt and amplifying purpose. Your faith is chaining miracles together, transforming lives. If this message is stirring your soul, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity extends this chain to others, awakening their divine calling. Your presence here is a divine orchestration, chosen one. Let's delve into the power of your testimony. Doubt has tried to silence you, convincing you your story is insignificant. But God calls it sacred. Revelation 12:11 declares, "They triumphed over him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." Your blessing is your testimony, a weapon against darkness, like the woman at the well who doubted her worth but shared Jesus' words. Your struggles amplify your voice. John 4:39 shows many believed because of her. Your 3 steps are your story's opening lines, inviting others to believe. Doubt may hush. Your story doesn't matter. Faith shouts, "My testimony transforms." Visualize a scroll unrolling in heaven, inscribed with your life's triumphs. This is your blessing, a narrative of God's faithfulness penned through your faith. Your doubts, those smudged lines you thought marred the page, are God's highlights, drawing eyes to His grace. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are fresh ink, continuing the tale. Timothy 1:8 urges, "Do not be ashamed of the testimony about our Lord." Your testimony isn't just survival, it's salvation. A scroll read by angels and men, inspiring faith. Your voice isn't small, it's seismic. Type "My testimony shines" in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones proclaiming your story's power and inspiring others to share. Your voice strengthens this community, a chorus of testimonies rising together. Let's dispel the illusion of scarcity. Doubt convinces you there's not enough time, resources, opportunities to claim your blessing. But God's economy is abundance. John 10:10 promises, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Your blessing is this fullness overflowing to bless others, like the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish who doubted his offering. Your faith multiplies what's given. John 6:11 shows Jesus feeding thousands. Your 3 steps are your loaves offered to God for multiplication. Doubt may hoard, there's not enough. Faith shares, God's abundance flows. Consider Lila, a 39-year-old seamstress from Memphis. She doubted she could start a clothing drive for the homeless, fearing her resources were too meager. But one night, reading Philippians 4:18, "My God will meet all your needs," she felt emboldened. Her first step was writing a goal to collect 10 items. Her second was contacting a shelter. Her third was sewing a few coats. Today, Lila's drive clothes 300 people yearly with donations pouring in. Her doubt didn't limit her, it launched her. Your doubts are launching you too, toward a blessing of abundance. Now, let's address the pull of comparison. Doubt tempts you to measure your blessing against others, dimming your joy. But God's plan is unique. Galatians 6:4 advises each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone, without comparing themselves to someone else. Your blessing is tailored, a perfect fit for your calling. Like Hannah, who doubted amidst Peninnah's taunts but birthed Samuel. Your faith silences comparison. 1 Samuel 1:27 shows her prayer answered. Your 3 steps are your answered prayer, crafted for you. Doubt may compare, others have more. Faith celebrates, my blessing is mine. Picture a garden, each flower distinct, blooming in its season. This is your blessing, a unique beauty designed by God. Your doubts, those moments you envied others' blooms, were God's tending, ensuring your growth. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your petals unfurling, radiant in their singularity. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Your blessing isn't a copy, it's a creation, blooming to glorify God. Your uniqueness isn't a flaw, it's a feature, drawing others to His design. Type, "My blessing is unique," in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your divine design. Your words spark joy, uniting chosen ones in God's garden. As you stand here, chosen one, your blessing is more than a gift. It's a galaxy of miracles. Your doubts have been your stardust, your steps your light. You're not just claiming abundance, you're constellations of hope. Heaven watches, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next shine. Keep soaring. Your blessing is yours to claim. Your light is piercing the heavens now, chosen one, a radiant constellation of faith that declares God's blessing is yours to claim. With your 3 keys, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, you've woven a tapestry of divine purpose, each thread glowing with the promise of eternity. But this journey is more than a personal odyssey. It's a sacred summons to become a vessel of God's glory, a living testament to His unstoppable plan. Let's plunge deeper into this divine revelation, unveiling why your blessing carries the fragrance of heaven, why it beckons you to live with audacious faith. You're not just claiming abundance. You're cultivating a garden of miracles, where every seed of doubt blooms into a harvest of hope. Your scars, once marks of shame, are now emblems of victory, shining for all to see. This is your moment to flourish. Imagine a cathedral, its stained glass windows ablaze with color, each pane telling a story of redemption. This is your blessing, a mosaic of God's faithfulness crafted from your life's fragments. Every doubt you faced was a shard, broken but beautiful, now set in divine light. 2 Corinthians 3:18 proclaims, "We all, who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory, are being transformed into his image with ever-increasing glory." Your doubts, those moments when the glass seemed shattered, were God's artistry, shaping you to reflect his radiance. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are new panes catching heaven's light. You're not just part of this cathedral, you're its beacon, drawing others to worship. Let's meet Gabriel, a 44-year-old electrician from San Diego. He doubted he could start a mentorship for young tradesmen, fearing his past mistakes disqualified him. Raised in a turbulent home, he felt unworthy. But one night, reading Romans 8:30, those he predestined, he also called; those he called, he also justified. He felt a shift. His first step was writing a goal to mentor one apprentice. His second was contacting a trade school. His third was hosting a workshop. Today, Gabriel's program trains 15 young men, giving them skills and purpose. His doubt didn't darken him, it illuminated his calling. Your doubts are illuminating yours too, toward a blessing that glorifies God. Now envision a wellspring bubbling up from deep within the earth, its waters crystal clear and life-giving. This is your blessing, a source of renewal flowing through you to others. Your doubts, those dry seasons when you thirsted for hope, were God's digging, deepening your capacity to carry his grace. John 4:14 promises, "Whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life." Your 3 steps are your overflow, quenching parched souls. Doubt may whisper, "Your well is dry." Faith declares, "My spring revives." You're not just receiving this water, you're sharing it, refreshing a weary world. Why is this so urgent now? Because the world is parched, its wells poisoned by cynicism and strife. Your blessing is the antidote, a spring of life in a desert of despair. Like Philip, who doubted he could share the gospel with an Ethiopian stranger, your faith is bringing salvation to unlikely places. Acts 8:39 shows the Ethiopian's joy after baptism. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your baptism, immersing others in hope. Positive psychology affirms this. Acts of kindness boost well-being, reducing doubt and fostering connection. Your faith is a wellspring, reviving hearts near and far. If this message is stirring your heart, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity carries this living water to others, awakening their divine purpose. Your presence here is a divine orchestration, chosen one. Let's explore the breadth of your calling. Doubt has tried to confine you, suggesting your blessing is narrow, your role minor. But God calls you expansive. Isaiah 54:2 urges, "Enlarge the place of your tent, stretch your tent curtains wide, do not hold back." Your blessing is a vast territory, a realm of influence you're destined to claim. Like Abraham, who doubted he'd inherit a land, your struggles prepared you for this expanse. Genesis 15:5 shows God's promise of countless descendants. Your 3 steps are your stakes, marking this territory. Doubt may shrink, your role is small. Faith stretches, my calling is vast. Visualize a horizon stretching endlessly, painted with dawn's first light. This is your blessing, a boundless frontier of possibility. Your doubts, those moments you felt hemmed in, were God surveying, mapping your domain. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your exploration, claiming new ground. Ephesians 3:20 assures, He is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Your blessing isn't confined by your past. It's expanded by God's power. Your calling isn't limited, it's limitless, inviting others to explore with you. Type, I claim my territory in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your expansive calling and inspiring others to stretch. Your voice strengthens this community, a kingdom of pioneers united in faith. Let's dispel the fear of exposure. Doubt warns that claiming your blessing will leave you vulnerable, your flaws laid bare. But God calls you radiant. 1 John 1:7 promises, if we walk in the light, as He is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus purifies us from all sin. Your blessing thrives in transparency, where your story heals others. Like Zacchaeus, who doubted his worth but climbed a tree to see Jesus, your faith exposes you to grace. Luke 19:8 shows his transformation. Your 3 steps are your tree, lifting you into light. Doubt may hide, stay in the shadows. Faith shines. My light draws others. Consider Elena, a 36-year-old nurse from Denver. She doubted she could share her recovery from addiction, fearing judgment. But one day, reading 2 Corinthians 1:4, He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble. She felt bold. Her first step was writing a goal to speak at one meeting. Her second was contacting a recovery group. Her third was sharing her story. Today, Elena's talks inspire 100 people monthly, breaking stigma. Her doubt didn't silence her, it showcased her. Your doubts are showcasing you too, toward a blessing that radiates. Now let's address the lure of perfection. Doubt demands you're flawless before claiming your blessing, but God seeks your willingness. Philippians 3:12 confesses, not that I have already obtained all this or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that for which Christ Jesus took hold of me. Your blessing grows in progress, not perfection. Like Peter, who doubted after denying Jesus, your faith restores you. John 21:17 shows his recommissioning. Your 3 steps are your pressing on, embracing God's grace. Doubt may stall. You're not perfect. Faith strides. God perfects me. Picture a potter's wheel, clay spinning, shaped by skilled hands. This is your blessing, a work in progress, molded by God. Your doubts, those lumps in the clay, are God's refining, creating beauty. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your yielding to the wheel. Isaiah 64:8 says, We are the clay, you are the potter, we are all the work of your hand. Your blessing isn't delayed by flaws, it's defined by God's touch. Your progress isn't failure, it's formation, shaping you for glory. Type, I am God's clay, in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your divine shaping. Your words spark faith, uniting chosen ones in God's artistry. As you stand here, chosen one, your blessing is more than a promise. It's a process of glory. Your doubts have been your clay, your steps, your shaping. You're not just claiming abundance, you're crafting a cathedral of miracles. Heaven watches, hell trembles, and your world awaits your next radiance. Keep shining. Your blessing is yours to claim. You're being molded into a masterpiece, chosen one, your every fiber resonating with the touch of the divine potter. With your 3 keys, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, you've surrendered to the wheel, allowing God's hands to shape your blessing into a vessel of eternal purpose. But this process is more than a private transformation. It's a holy proclamation, a living sermon that declares God's faithfulness to a watching world. Let's journey deeper into this sacred unfolding, exploring why your blessing hums with divine energy, why it compels you to live boldly. You're not just claiming abundance, you're becoming a sanctuary, a place where broken hearts find refuge and weary souls find renewal. Your doubts, once cracks in the clay, are now channels for God's glory, radiating His light through you. This is your season to rise. Imagine a sanctuary, its walls alive with the whispers of countless prayers, its air thick with the presence of God. This is your blessing, a holy space where heaven meets earth, crafted from your faith. Every doubt you faced was a stone, rough-hewn but essential, now set in this sacred structure. Psalm 27:4 sings, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life." Your doubts, those moments when you felt far from God's house, were His building, preparing you to be this sanctuary. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are your pillars, upholding this divine space. You're not just entering this sanctuary, you're embodying it, offering shelter to others. Let's meet Teresa, a 50-year-old florist from Orlando. She doubted she could create a grief support group, fearing her own loss made her too fragile. Widowed young, she felt her pain disqualified her. But one Sunday, reading Psalm 34:18, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted," she felt a stirring. Her first step was writing a goal to host one session. Her second was contacting her pastor. Her third was arranging a meeting space. Today, Teresa's group comforts 20 people weekly, healing hearts. Her doubt didn't weaken her, it widened her embrace. Your doubts are widening yours too, toward a blessing that shelters souls. Now, envision a beacon, its light sweeping across a stormy sea, guiding ships through treacherous waves. This is your blessing, a signal of safety cutting through the chaos of life. Your doubts, those tempests that threatened to drown you, were God's calibration, tuning your light to shine brighter. Matthew 5:14 declares, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Your 3 steps are your fuel, keeping this beacon ablaze. Doubt may dim, your light is faint. Faith flares, my beacon saves. You're not just shining, you're saving, guiding others to God's shore. Why is this so crucial now? Because the seas are raging, tossing lives in storms of fear and uncertainty. Your blessing is their lifeline, a light that pierces the gale. Like Jonah, who doubted in the belly of the fish but preached to Nineveh, your faith is rescuing cities. Jonah 3:10 shows a nation spared. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your sermon sparing souls from despair. Positive psychology supports this. Purposeful acts of guidance enhance resilience, reducing doubt and fostering hope. Your faith is a beacon, saving lives in the tempest. If this message is kindling your spirit, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity spreads this light to others, guiding them to their divine purpose. Your presence here is a divine appointment, chosen one. Let's delve into the strength of your surrender. Doubt has tried to harden you, urging you to cling to control, but God calls you soft, pliable in His hands. James 4:7 promises, "Submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you." Your blessing flows through surrender, a yielding that unlocks heaven's power. Like Mary, who doubted her role as Jesus' mother but said, "Let it be," your faith is birthing miracles. Luke 1:38 shows her trust. Your 3 steps are your "let it be," trusting God's plan. Doubt may grip, hold on tight. Faith releases, I surrender to God. Visualize a river, its current swift and sure, carving paths through stone. This is your blessing, a force of surrender, flowing where God leads. Your doubts, those rocks you thought blocked the flow, were God's, shaping, guiding the river's course. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your release, letting the river run. Isaiah 43:19 declares, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Your blessing isn't forced. It's freed, a river of grace carving new paths. Your surrender isn't weakness, it's power redirecting destinies. Type, I surrender my blessing, in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your trust and inspiring others to yield. Your voice strengthens this community, a river of faith flowing together. Let's confront the trap of delay. Doubt urges you to wait, whispering that tomorrow is safer. But God calls you now. 2 Corinthians 6:2 proclaims, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. Your blessing is timed, a divine appointment you must seize. Like the paralytic who doubted but rose at Jesus' command, your faith is standing now. John 5:8 shows him walking. Your 3 steps are your rising, defying delay. Doubt may pause, not yet. Faith presses, my now is here. Consider Raj, a 37-year-old teacher from Seattle. He doubted he could advocate for special needs kids, fearing his ideas wouldn't be heard. His delays cost momentum. But one day, reading Ecclesiastes 11:1, cast your bread upon the waters, he felt urged. His action was writing a goal to present one idea. He connected with a school board member and drafted a proposal. Today, his advocacy improved 60 students' lives. His doubt didn't stop him, it spurred him. Your doubts are spurring you too, toward a blessing that demands now. Now, let's explore the joy of your obedience. Doubt paints obedience as duty, heavy and grim, but God calls it delight. Psalm 37:4 promises, take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Your blessing dances in obedience, a joy that fuels your faith. Like David, who doubted before dancing before the ark, your faith is celebration. 2 Samuel 6:14 shows his exuberance. Your 3 steps are your dance, delighting in God. Doubt may drudge, obedience is hard. Faith delights, my obedience sings. Picture a festival, vibrant with music, laughter, and light. This is your blessing, a celebration of God's goodness sparked by your faith. Your doubts, those moments you felt joyless, were God's tuning, preparing your song. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your steps in the dance, joining heaven's feast. Nehemiah 8:10 declares, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Your blessing isn't earned, it's enjoyed. A festival of faith. Your obedience isn't burden, it's bliss, inviting others to the party. Your heart is dancing in the festival of God's glory, chosen one, each step a joyful declaration that his blessing is yours to claim. With your 3 keys, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, you've joined the heavenly celebration, weaving your faith into a symphony of divine purpose. But this dance is more than a fleeting moment of joy. It's a sacred covenant, a vow to carry God's light into a world yearning for hope. Let's dive deeper into this radiant truth, uncovering why your blessing feels like a crown upon your head, why it calls you to reign with unwavering faith. You're not just claiming abundance, you're establishing a kingdom of grace where every doubt becomes a stepping stone to God's throne. Your wounds, once sources of pain, are now royal insignia, marking you as an heir of eternity. This is your coronation hour. Picture a throne, majestic and radiant, set in the heart of heaven's courts. This is your blessing, a seat of authority, prepared for you by the King of Kings. Every doubt you've faced was a trial refining you for this reign. Hebrews 12:28 proclaims, "We are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken." Your doubts, those quakes that shook your confidence, were God's forging, ensuring your throne stands firm. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are your ascent, claiming your royal place. You're not just approaching this throne, you're seated on it, ruling with God's grace. Doubt may whisper, "You're no king." Faith decrees, "I reign with Christ." Let's meet Victor, a 46-year-old mechanic from Detroit. He doubted he could start a car repair ministry for single mothers, fearing his skills were too ordinary. Raised in poverty, he felt insignificant. But one evening, reading Revelation 3:21, "To the one who is victorious I will give the right to sit with me on my throne," he felt a surge of purpose. His first step was writing a goal to fix one car. His second was contacting a church outreach program. His third was setting up a free repair day. Today, Victor's ministry serves 80 families yearly, easing burdens. His doubt didn't dethrone him, it crowned him. Your doubts are crowning you too, toward a blessing that rules with love. Now, envision a scepter gleaming with divine authority placed in your hand. This is your blessing, a symbol of power to decree God's will. Your doubts, those moments you felt powerless, were God's training, teaching you to wield this scepter with wisdom. Isaiah 45:2 promises, "I will go before you and will level the mountains." Your 3 steps are your decrees, leveling doubt's peaks. Doubt may protest, "You hold no power." Faith proclaims, "My scepter shifts heaven." You're not just holding this scepter, you're using it, commanding breakthroughs for yourself and others. Why is this reign so vital now? Because the world groans under oppression, poverty, injustice, despair. Your blessing is a royal edict proclaiming liberty. Like Mordecai, who doubted he could save his people but rose to authority, your faith is decreeing freedom. Esther 8:8 shows his edict saving lives. Your steps, goal written, call made, dream pursued, are your edict, liberating souls. Positive psychology aligns here. Exercising authority through purposeful action boosts confidence, reducing doubt and amplifying impact. Your faith is a scepter, ruling with God's justice. If this message is igniting your royal spirit, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity extends this kingdom to others, awakening their divine authority. Your presence here is a divine coronation, chosen one. Let's explore the depth of your compassion. Doubt has tried to numb you, urging you to guard your heart against pain's sting. But God calls you tender, a reflection of his mercy. Lamentations 3:22-23 assures, "Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail." Your blessing flows through compassion, a balm for the broken. Like the widow of Zarephath, who doubted her meager flour but fed Elijah, your faith is nourishing others. 1 Kings 17:16 shows her jar never empty. Your 3 steps are your offering, feeding hungry hearts. Doubt may harden, protect yourself. Faith heals, I pour out mercy. Visualize a fountain, its waters sparkling, soothing parched lips. This is your blessing, a stream of compassion flowing from God's heart through yours. Your doubts, those moments you felt empty, were God's filling, deepening your well of mercy. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your overflow, splashing grace on others. Micah 6:8 urges, act justly, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. Your blessing isn't hoarded, it's shared, a fountain of healing. Your compassion isn't weakness, it's wealth, enriching lives with God's love. Type, I flow with compassion in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your mercy and inspiring others to heal. Your voice strengthens this community, a kingdom of kindness united in faith. Let's dispel the myth of insignificance. Doubt convinces you your blessing is trivial, your actions unnoticed. But God calls you pivotal, a linchpin in his plan. Zechariah 4:6 declares, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord Almighty. Your blessing is spirit-driven, a force of divine significance. Like Gideon, who doubted his small clan could save Israel, your faith is mighty. Judges 7:22 shows his victory. Your 3 steps are your trumpet, sounding God's triumph. Doubt may belittle, you're too small. Faith magnifies, my Spirit moves mountains. Consider Amira, a 42-year-old baker from Miami. She doubted her cupcakes could fund scholarships, fearing her efforts were minor. But one day, reading Matthew 25:40, whatever you did for one of the least of these you did for me, she felt emboldened. Her action was writing a goal to sell 1 batch for charity. She connected with a local school and baked for a fundraiser. Today, her sales fund 5 scholarships yearly. Her doubt didn't shrink her, it magnified her. Your doubts are magnifying you too, toward a blessing of eternal weight. Now, let's address the pull of distraction. Doubt scatters your focus, tempting you to chase fleeting shadows. But God calls you anchored. Psalm 16:8 assures, I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Your blessing thrives in focus, a laser-like faith on God's path. Like Martha, who doubted amidst her busyness, but learned to sit, your faith is centering you. Luke 10:42 shows Mary's better choice. Your 3 steps are your sitting, fixing eyes on him. Doubt may divert. Look elsewhere. Faith directs. My gaze is on God. Picture a compass, its needle steady, pointing true north. Your blessing is this direction, guiding you through life's fog. Your doubts, those moments you veered off course, were God's recalibrating, aligning your heart. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your true north, keeping you on track. Proverbs 4:25 advises, let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Your blessing isn't lost in distraction, it's found in devotion, a focus that leads others to God. Your anchor isn't drifting, it's divine, grounding you in eternity. Your scepter is raised high, chosen one, a symbol of your divine authority as you reign in the compassion of God's kingdom. With your 3 keys, writing a goal, connecting with someone, and stepping toward a dream, you've claimed a blessing that pulses with the heartbeat of eternity, a royal decree that transforms lives. But this reign is more than a moment of glory. It's a sacred stewardship, a call to cultivate God's promises with unwavering devotion. Let's soar deeper into this celestial truth, unveiling why your blessing feels like a melody sung by angels, why it urges you to live with unrelenting purpose. You're not just claiming abundance, you're planting a forest of faith where every doubt blossoms into a tree of life. Your struggles, once thorns in your side, are now branches of victory, reaching toward heaven. This is your season to thrive. Imagine a forest, lush and verdant, its trees towering with leaves that whisper God's promises. This is your blessing, a living grove of divine purpose rooted in your faith. Every doubt you faced was a seed, buried in darkness but destined to grow. Revelation 22:2 describes the tree of life bearing 12 crops of fruit, yielding its fruit every month. Your doubts, those seasons of barrenness, were God's planting, preparing you to bear eternal fruit. Your 3 steps, writing that goal, making that call, pursuing that dream, are your roots, anchoring this forest. You're not just walking through this grove, you're cultivating it, offering shade to a weary world. Let's meet Simone, a 38-year-old librarian from Baltimore. She doubted she could start a book club for at-risk youth, fearing her quiet voice wouldn't resonate. Growing up shy, she felt her influence was negligible. But one morning, reading Psalm 1:3, "They are like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season," she felt a stirring. Her first step was writing a goal to host one meeting. Her second was contacting a youth center. Her third was selecting a book. Today, Simone's club engages 25 teens, sparking their love for reading. Her doubt didn't uproot her, it grounded her. Your doubts are grounding you too, toward a blessing that flourishes. Now picture a melody, soaring through the heavens, each note a testament to God's grace. This is your blessing, a song of redemption, composed through your faith. Your doubts, those dissonant chords you thought marred the tune, were God's arrangement, adding depth to the harmony. Zephaniah 3:17 sings, "The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will rejoice over you with singing." Your 3 steps are your notes, blending with heaven's chorus. Doubt may silence, your song is weak. Faith resounds, my melody moves mountains. You're not just singing, you're inspiring others to join the anthem. Why is this song so vital now? Because the world's soundtrack is jarring, filled with discord and despair. Your blessing is the melody it craves, a harmony of hope, like Miriam who doubted in the desert but led Israel in song. Your faith is rallying hearts. Exodus 15:21 shows her tambourine's triumph. Your steps, goal, written, call made, dream pursued, are your tambourine, striking joy and sorrow. Positive psychology supports this. Sharing positive narratives fosters emotional resonance, reducing doubt and building unity. Your faith is a melody, harmonizing lives in chaos. If this message is stirring your soul, consider sowing a seed through Super Thanks below. Your generosity carries this song to others, awakening their divine purpose. Your presence here is a divine orchestration, chosen one. Let's delve into the richness of your stewardship. Doubt has tried to make you a consumer, urging you to hoard your blessing. But God calls you a gardener, sowing his gifts for others. Matthew 25:21 praises, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things." Your blessing grows in stewardship, a trust that multiplies. Like Ruth, who doubted in Moab but gleaned for Naomi, your faith is sowing abundance. Ruth 2:12 shows her reward. Your 3 steps are your seeds, planted for harvest. Doubt may clutch. Keep it for yourself. Faith sows. I steward God's wealth. Visualize a vineyard, its vines heavy with grapes, ripe for harvest. This is your blessing, a field of fruitfulness, tended by your faith. Your doubts, those moments you felt fruitless, were God's pruning, ensuring a bountiful yield. Your steps, writing, connecting, pursuing, are your tending, nurturing the vines. John 15:8 declares, This is to my Father's glory that you bear much fruit. Your blessing isn't consumed, it's cultivated, a vineyard of grace. Your stewardship isn't duty, it's delight, feeding souls with God's bounty. Type, I steward my harvest in the comments below. Join thousands of chosen ones, proclaiming your faithfulness and inspiring others to sow. Your voice strengthens this community, a vineyard of faith united in purpose. Let's confront the shadow of doubt's isolation. Doubt whispers you're alone in your calling, that your blessing is yours to bear in solitude. But God calls you connected, woven into his body. 1 Corinthians 12:27 assures, you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it. Your blessing thrives in unity, a shared mission with others. Like Barnabas, who doubted but encouraged Paul, your faith is building bridges. Acts 9:27 shows his support. Your 3 steps are your bridges linking hearts. Doubt may divide. You stand alone. Faith unites. I'm part of God's body. Consider Javier, a 34-year-old landscaper from Tucson. He doubted he could start a community cleanup, fearing no one would join. A loner by nature, he felt isolated. But one day, reading Romans 12:5, in Christ we, though many, form one body, he felt connected. His action was writing a goal to clean one park. He connected with a neighbor and organized a cleanup day. Today, his initiative rallies 30 volunteers monthly, beautifying the city. His doubt didn't isolate him. It invited others. Your doubts are inviting others, too, toward a blessing that binds. Now, let's address the weight of expectation. Doubt burdens you with others' standards, urging you to prove your blessing's worth. But God calls you free, defined by his approval. Galatians 1:10 asks, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Your blessing rests in divine favor, not human praise. Like John the Baptist, who doubted in prison but was affirmed by Jesus, your faith is enough. Matthew 11:11 lauds him. Your 3 steps, writing a goal, connecting with someone, pursuing that dream, are your offering, pleasing God. Doubt may pressure, prove yourself. Faith rests, God approves me. Picture a garland, woven with vibrant flowers, draped over your shoulders. This is your life, a gift of God's favor, not a trophy earned. Your doubts, those moments you sought applause, were God's weaving, crafting his approval. Your words are your blooms, delighting heaven. Colossians 3:23 advises, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord. Your blessing isn't proven, it's received, a garland of grace. Your favor isn't fleeting, it's forever, crowning you with God's love. Type, I wear God's favor in the comments below. Declare it with this community, affirming your divine approval. Your words spark freedom, uniting chosen ones in God's grace.